Good morning, and welcome to Morning Mindset. Welcome back, Karen. It's nice to see you here. If you're watching the replay, I hope you're having a beautiful day so far. This is Morning Mindset, where we help virtual assistants level up in their business, lifestyle, and mindset. And this week we're doing the series, it's basically a series on learning how to build your virtual assistant business for free, and probably the reasons why you shouldn't, but let's unpack this. Let's keep unpacking this. Yesterday we talked about understanding the purpose of a freebie, and this is much the purpose of all freebies, to be honest with you. And we went through a few analogies. Hopefully that will help you get to grips with the idea of what freebies are actually for. Many of us misuse freebies. We use freebies in the hopes that all these freebies will somehow give us the answer to the big picture, but that's not what they're designed to do. So go back and watch that video yesterday if you want to know what the actual purpose of a freebie is, and where we reframe it into maybe a better way or a better understanding, welcome Nikki, of what you need to be thinking as you're going into signing up for these freebies. Okay, so we talked yesterday about the freebie being basically an opportunity to sample or test what the person who created the freebie is all about. It's about the likability factor. It's about filtering. So we talked yesterday about how you look at these freebies and then you decide or come to a decision. Do I like the person that's created this freebie? Do I like what they have to say? Would I like to learn more from this person? Go and do your research. Look at their about page. Look at what they're all about. Look at their history. Look at what they've been doing. Look at their work. Vet them as a mentor. Basically, use the freebie to vet the mentor. This is so important. So now we're going to talk about how to use freebies effectively. Okay, so a lot of us will take the freebie, look at it, think, oh, there's nothing in there, that doesn't answer my questions, discard it, throw it away, whatever. That's not the effective use of a freebie. Now we're going to talk about how to use it effectively. So this will take you on the next step in your journey of learning for free. So what I would love for you to do, first of all, this is something I wish I had built into my programs at the very beginning, but I simply wasn't aware enough about it and aware enough about the importance of this. But make sure that the mentor who you're looking to find, the whole purpose of this is you find a mentor, you find someone who you can focus in on. And it might be that you find 2, 3, 4 people that you like, that resonate with you. That's absolutely fine too. But basically check if they do any kind of mindset work or incorporate anything about mindset into their work, into their training, coaching, anything like that. Because really, if you see a recent video of mine, and when I make this blog post, I will put the video on there, but it's really 80% of the labor as in the work. It's 80% of what you need to really focus and work on in order to create the business. Okay, so this is important. And if you do not find any mindset work incorporated into what that person does or what that person offers, 2 things I would suggest. The first thing is go and find a mind coach, or the second thing is just come and watch Morning Mindset and just follow this alongside whatever mentor or a coach or VA trainer or whatever it is that you're following. Okay, just Morning Mindset is free. I do it 5 days a week. I'm here like a true dedicated person to mindset because it's so important. So that's what I would suggest. First of all, either find a mentor who does built-in mindset work, find a separate mind coach, business mind coach preferably, or life mind coach could also be, it works on the same principles, or finally just come and watch Morning Mindset and listen to what I have to say. Okay, so the next thing is immersion. So once you've found your 1, 2, 3, 4, however many it is, potential mentors, you have to start vetting them, go through that vetting process I was talking about. So what does that mean? First of all, it means go and check them out. Go to their social media channels, check out their products, check out their services, check out what they offer, check out their testimonials, the feedback that people have had working with them. Like, do your homework on the mentor. Don't do your homework on signing up for a squillion more freebies. Okay, so do your work on the mentor if you really want to learn how to use free information effectively. So once you do that, it's very, very important, again, to use what the mentor has put together, whether it's community, whether it's anything like that, groups, and start to ask questions, okay? Start to see if that mentor is able to help you in any way, just with general questions. So let's say, for example, you've downloaded a free guide, and one of the things that our lady in our group said is that the guides are very vague. So if you find a piece in there that you want elaborated on, go back to the mentor and say, could you elaborate on this for me, please? Could you explain more about this to me, please? Okay. And then see what that mentor comes back to you with. It could be another resource, it could be other information that helps you fill in that gap or fill in that hole. So it's important, very, very important, that whoever created the freebie, you can open a line of communication to them, okay? So this is important, that when you immerse yourself in there, it's all part of a decision-making process of, is this mentor really going to support me and nurture me and give me the answers that I need in my circumstance, okay? Don't look at the freebie, say, oh, that didn't answer my question, I'll go and look for the next freebie, I'll go and look for the next thing. Don't do that. If you like the person, if you look at their community, look at their products, look at their services, look at what they're doing already, look at their social media, and you say, no, I still like this person, I still think this person resonates with me, I like what they've done with their business, then simply open a line of communication. Hopefully you will find that that line of communication is reciprocated. So learn to ask questions to fill in the holes of the freebie. The next thing is, if you get to the point where you feel, I would really, really like to learn from this one person, okay, then most likely they've got everything you need within them, okay, because they've done the work, they've put the time in, they've created the training. So you know that where the answers are. It doesn't feel, once you know that you've got the answers in front of you with your mentor, you can stop the search, you can stop the perpetual signing up for everything looking for the answer, okay, because you know where the answers are. It's not like it's searching for a location of something where you don't know where it is. You know where the answers are, and you like the person, you trust them, so you know how to obtain the knowledge. So what you need to do then is contact them directly and simply ask, I need help, this is my situation, right? See what they come back with. And then if they come back with potentially, okay, well, I've got this program, I've got this, you know, and it's within your budget, invest in it. I strongly, wholeheartedly encourage you to invest in it. And I know this isn't learning for free, but this is the path to getting the most direct, effective outcome from the freebies that you've been signing up for. Okay. If they come back to you and say, I don't, that there's something that's not affordable for you, then you can go back and you can just, again, simply ask. Simply say, this is my budget. This is what I need help with, and this is my budget that I have to invest in my business and in myself. What can I do with you? How can you help me with this budget, right? You don't ask, you don't get. I don't know why people don't think about this, to ask. They're just looking for the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. It's taking too long. So once you find that mentor, which is the purpose of the freebie, like really, really understand this, then you have the answers, all the answers that you need directly in front of you. You know the source of what you need. So therefore you have to open communication. You have to say to that person, this is what I need. This is my budget. How can you help me, right? Now, obviously there's going to be a few different answers, but not many people know. For example, I'm a VA coach, trainer, mentor, mastermind, all that stuff, and you can learn from me and with me and have access to me from as little as £7. Like, that's where I start people off if they've got no budget whatsoever. If they're like, if you can't afford a cup of coffee, you shouldn't be opening a business, okay? This is like, you're going to have to invest as a virtual assistant in systems and processes and computer equipment. Let's not forget that. And devices, because that's what it takes to run an effective virtual assistant business. You're going to need to invest in that for your clients. So if you can't bring yourself to invest a little bit of that money that you're going to need to invest in a business into the learning, I mean, do I need to explain this? Do I need to explain how that doesn't quite compute? So if you can go to a mentor who has everything that you could possibly need, like me or anyone else out there that you've chosen, and you know the source of the information, you know the source of the answers, you just got to ask and see what happens, and go in with the expectation that perhaps they have something affordable that I'm not aware of. Perhaps they will want to truly support me and provide me with something within my budget. Perhaps they're just a human who might just answer my question or make a video about it. Or like what I'm doing now, you know, somebody posted in the group and now I'm creating this to help and support those people. So this is why it's so important that you don't flip from one thing to the next thing, getting upset and despondent, and then thinking it's all a scam. And like, you've got it. This is why we do the mindset work, to bring into your awareness the ideas and the opportunities that are going to help you to get you where you want to be. And by thinking and focusing on, amazing, I found a great freebie, but it doesn't have all the information I need. Okay, I'm going to go to the person who created it and see if they could elaborate on it a little bit. Okay, that didn't quite do it, but they do have training that I know I can take. Okay, it's not quite within my budget. I'm going to ask if they can do something about that. This is the kind of mindset you need to have, not the complaining or the questioning or it's all a scam or it's all a scheme or da-da-da. You know, like, it's like you're talking yourself into not wanting to move forward or not going forward. You're not talking yourself into expecting the best and going to be receiving the best. And believe me, as a coach, as a trainer, as a mentor, it's important for me that my work and the stuff that I've invested 20 years of my life in is used. You know, that's important to me. The things that I create, the things that I spend hours and hours and hours of my time learning in experience, trial and error, and then forming into some sort of teachable program or course, that knowledge, it's important to me that it goes out there. It's more important to me that it's accessible to people than it is to just sit there and say, oh, don't want to help you. Yeah, you know, get involved in the scams if you want. So all you've got to do is ask, because as coaches and mentors, we provide as much as we possibly can. I provide budget options, less than a tenner, or $2,500 if you want me to go all in with you and work with you and one-on-one train you and take you through my entire program and make sure you succeed that way. So there's options. So you don't have to sit there feeling like there isn't. You've just got to find that one person or two or three or four mentors from the freebies who you can then say, this is my choice, this is who I'm choosing to support me, and I wholeheartedly believe that what I need will come. So you have to always learn to communicate, learn to ask, These are two very important VA skills, by the way, and this is going through my training a lot. I talk about communication a lot, and I talk about managing expectations a lot. Okay, so communication is key, not just when you're communicating with a potential mentor or someone you're going to learn from and have teach you, but communication is key if you're actually going to build this business and work with clients and have it work. Okay, you can't just be there assuming you know what people are thinking, or assuming you know what people are going to do, or assuming you know all these different things. You have to be open and receptive to possibilities that you can't quite see yet. You know? I remember many times I've had people come to me basically saying they desperately want to be a VA, and they've got 2 kids and no income, and they're on their own. And all they want to do is be a VA, but they just don't know how to do it, and they don't know how to get started. I will help them. Now, that's not on my website, by the way. So people need to come and communicate and feel they are able to ask. And as soon as you do, as soon as you put yourself in a place of assumption that there is help out there, and it's not inside these free marketing tools, they're inside the person who created the marketing tools. That is the key to the effective use of freebies. The person behind the freebie. So assume that once you acquire that freebie and it doesn't have the answers that you need, that you will then decide who you want to learn from, who you want to support you and mentor you, who you want to give you the answers, and then open the lines of communication with the best expectations. Okay, that's how to, part 2, effectively use freebies. You are looking for the answers inside the freebie, and the answers are not there. They are inside the person. And then you're making an assumption because you've seen that there is programs and courses on their website for hundreds of pounds or thousands. You're assuming that that is the only way to access them. But it's not. You have to ask. There are things out there that you cannot see and do not know. So you have to communicate. Very important. The answers are within the person who created the content. And you need to go in that direction. Okay? So we will be back here tomorrow for part 3 of how to learn for free. And yeah, we're unpacking a good one tomorrow. We're doing a little bit of perspective. So I hope you join me for that. And again, I'm going to put all of this content plus additional content and highlights from these videos inside one big blog post. So hopefully that will help everyone who is currently trying to get started on a very low budget or for free. And we'll see where that takes us. So we are going to do daily accountability right now. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. And I will see you back here tomorrow morning for another morning mindset. Take care. Before we begin, don't forget you can join me live online inside Virtual CoWorking Space at www.virtualmissfriday.com/VCS. If you enjoy this session, give it a like. I'd love to hear from you, so write me a comment. And so you don't miss any updates, don't forget to subscribe. Let's begin. So now we're going to look for the positive with our gratitude. First, we'll spend 1 minute thinking of the day before, thinking of all the things that happened, reflecting on work, interactions, relationships, memorable moments, and more. Now you'll write one thing down minimum that you're grateful for. You can, of course, write down more. Something good, something that went right. A small moment or a big win. The more you search for things to be grateful for, the more you will experience things to be grateful for. Now we're going to read out your goal.
Make sure your goal is written down in a journal or somewhere you can easily access it. Read your goal now, ideally out loud, and commit to this goal. Believe it will happen. And by reading this daily, the universe knows clearly what your goal is, and the things begin to shift in the direction of your goal. Follow your instincts when this happens by taking action. Now you need to see your goal in visualization. Spend this minute thinking about the goal in your mind. See yourself taking steps towards the goal, or even better still, see yourself having already achieved the goal. Close your eyes and go there. Step into the feeling, step into the place, step into the accomplishment. And finally, it's time for your most important task. Set this task for today and make it relating to your goal. This could be something small like sending an email, recording a video, or making a phone call, or it could be bigger. Either way, one task a day is one step forward, and those steps will add up. Do what you can from where you are now. Set the intention, and the action will carry you towards your goal. Well done you for completing your daily co-create session. Have a fantastic day ahead, and I'll see you next time.